Be blessed. I'm Father Jeffrey Waldrop, and I'm honored to be a voice of He who is the voice. Today, I'd like to take a few moments to talk to you about accepting change. You know, one of the devastating realities is because of the coronavirus that parents, teens, youth, workers, we're all affected. And we're all having to deal with things that we're devastated that we're not going to be able to do. I know I have a nephew who is supposed to be graduating from high school, and he doesn't know if he's going to even have his graduation, or if the teens are going to be able to go to proms. I know some of our college students don't know about what they're going to do for graduation, those who are graduating. I know weddings have been postponed. We just supposed to have a funeral this week that we can only do a gravesite with. People who are not able to receive the Eucharist, people who do not know what their jobs are going to be for the next 2 months. Accepting all of this change is really, and the unknown is exhausting. I found on a website called Catholic365.com that they reminded me of the second book of Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14, which I think is so helpful. It says, "My people, humble yourselves and pray and seek my face and turn from your wicked ways. Then I will hear from heaven, will forgive your sin, and will heal your land." I think it's encouraging because what we're being reminded of is that we need to be humble, pray, seek the Lord's face, and fourthly, that we need to turn from our evil ways. Briefly, what do I mean? First of all, that we need to make sure that we're humbling ourselves. Now, if you're a more controlling person, or if you are a person who is maybe a little more prideful, this is going to be really hard for you. But the first thing we have to do is we have to humble ourselves and realize that the way that things have always been, the way we want them to be, may not be the way that things are going to be. And so we have to be willing to humble ourselves and to look at a new way. We've got to come up with creative ways to celebrate, but also creative ways to mourn. First, we must humble ourselves, and then we have to pray. It sounds, we all know that, but constantly taking time to put our fears, to put our anxieties, to put the unknown before the Lord, and we got to do that over and over and over. Humbling ourselves, praying, but also we need to seek God's face, as we hear in 2 Chronicles. We got to seek His face. I know one parishioner that is always telling me you can find good in anything. Look for the good, look for the blessings, and that's where you're going to be able to see the face of God. Humble yourself, pray, seek the face of God, and then lastly, we're told to turn from evil. What are the things that are holding you bound? What's holding you back? What are the things that you're nurturing inside that you need to let go of? We've got to turn from that stuff, because there's no way we're going to be able to see God and to be able to move forward in peace and love and joy unless we turn from some of those sins. So I think today, as we come before the Lord, when it's about accepting change, remember 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. Let that comfort you and be your motivation. Be humble. Pray. Seek God's face. And always work to turn toward evil. Turn away from evil. It's about accepting change. I'm Father Jeffrey Waldrop, and I'm honored to be a voice of He who is the voice.